Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and the map just dropped and so did a whole bunch of mods, and I'm going to show you the #1 mod both for quality of life and just overall fun that you need to try right now, and everything about it's going to take a little bit because I'm going to show you all the features, things to look for, and a whole bunch of other useful things. Hopefully you don't mind. Smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm so others can check this out, and then if you don't mind, sub to the channel. I'm starting to creep towards 100k, and that's been my dream all along. So the mod itself is called Automated Ark. Now you will see the structures listed as AA, and they are commonly just called that because AA is what it is, but you know, it's just shortened version of Automated Ark, and it's a beautiful mod. Every structure you see around me right now, all of them are additional structures to make your quality of life inside of Ark exponentially easier and give you some of the mundane tasks automated, especially for people that play solo or in smaller tribes where it's like, dude, I don't want to spend the next 3 hours grinding and sorting my base. That's exactly what I've thought before, and that is why this mod is my favorite mod right now inside of Ark. Now I'll show you some of the structures just right off the bat, right? So you can see basically inject bug repellent in drive out's inhabitants, and you can basically see that you can harvest the corpses and create an anthill. It gives you access to some awesome loot early game. You can see that you have an auto grill. It requires basically electricity, but it'll refrigerate meat before and after cooking, so you can cook things. You've even got the convenience of a compost bin with a ridiculous number of stuff here. You can see that puts poop in dung beetles and then collects poop from the ground and makes that. So it's basically a double fertilizer creator, so you don't have to really worry about it at all. A dehydrator that you can use to make jerky, which is a super useful thing, much quicker by the way. An egg crate in case you don't have an oviraptor, pretty sweet. This is probably one of my favorite things. You can click restore engrams if you save engrams that are currently on your inventory. So that way you can kind of like switch between characters really quickly, and that's a super useful feature. Now, all of this being said, right, the point of this mod is to make your experience inside of Ark much better, because it's meant to make things move, and I guess I'll just show you exactly what I mean by that, right? How many times have you come to your base with a whole bunch of resources and a whole bunch of random shenanigans, and you're like, oh, I don't want to organize all of this? Well, once you include this mod into the things that you have, you can throw it all on the ground, because there is literal things inside of this mod that will pick it up and automatically sort it for you. You can see it right here. The vacuum box. This thing sucks. Picks up everything on the ground, and then you can use your ground control to sort. Pretty freaking awesome. Now, there's also even a handmade console thing that'll give you like some extra things. Again, just all of the things that frustrate people inside of Ark, this compensates for a ridiculous number of them. You can see this. You can set up auto sorting and have OCD storage, all kinds of super cool things. You can see that the fabricator is much smaller, and it's got auto pull on it, so that way you don't have to deal with all the other shenanigans, and it can literally pull stuff so you don't have to, how do I say this much better? First off, I love that the annoying sound isn't there, but you can literally pull things into its inventory so you don't have to walk it all back and forth. You've got even, like, look at all this just quality of life stuff, right? Fertilizer manager collects fertilizer from automated compost bin and distributes them to all crop plots. You can see that you've got a gardening station. It can craft seeds and kibble, and you can see there's even special types of stuff here. Look at this. Eat it to gain a tiny amount of nourishment. There's like, it's just super useful, right? There's I don't know how to describe it other than like it's just nice. You can place all of these things inside of a crop plot and grow them, right? If you haven't seen the like benefit already, you can just see that there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Honey synthesizer, you can see that you don't have to put the annoying stuff inside of the game in it. Ice block, you can see 2 jars and a block of ice store perishables in early game, so like there's different levels to it. So you've got your fridge, but you've got your ice block for early game. You've got your industrial cooker right here. You can see that it requires power for gasoline. All of this right here, you can just turn it on. Now you've got a mini, this is probably one of my favorite things in the world, the mini industrial forge, because it's not even as tall as you, but it still works just the same as a industrial forge. Pretty freaking sweet in my opinion. Now, even things like this, right? So this is a healing medical station. I think this is probably one of my favorite things. You can pull med brews into this and set something on top of it, and it will auto heal them for you. Just a sweet little feature, right? And let's say you're not even like happy with all of that. You've got a plant commander that can actually adjust all of your plants nearby. It's just a super useful thing. Now, we haven't even gotten into some of the coolest things about this mod, right? So you go into these OCD vaults. This is probably one of the coolest things. So show OCD menu, right? You can select things from a menu in order to pick what goes inside of this vault. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite things. You can name it whatever you want, but you can create vaults for specific things, and your auto storage will send things. Let's say I create a thatch vault, a wood vault, a stone vault. Your automated storage will send things automatically to that when you drop them on the grounds, and then you can walk over to it and all of a sudden it's got it done. And I like the fact that you can see this right here. You've got different colors, different looks, different appearances to them, so you can kind of make them what you want. And again, like it's a super convenient, awesome mod. And you can see you've got a polymer transfuser, OCD vault generator, refrigerator. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Now, let's say you want to use this. This is one of my favorite things, repair stations, because the number of times that I don't carry one of those pliers out in the world, you can bring it back here and have the resources and it'll automatically repair it. So you can see already the value of something of this size, right? Now, you've even got special features and things that look cool, like this spoiling barrel. Like you've got this cool little rotating thingy, gross looking green thing on top of it. Pretty freaking cool, right? And basically you can see this stores anything and will sort and pull. A trash can. Turret genie, if you're playing a PvP, you can see uses the gunpowder of bullets in the bin to distribute ammo to nearby turrets, and then it consumes a few bullets, so it's not super broken, but it gives you the ability to do a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. Yeah, like all of this stuff, this is kind of funny, router generator wireless, but super cool. Like you got a veggie crate that'll pick up veggies. You've got this, your automated Ark creator, so you can see that this is all of your automated stuff that you can make, nice and convenient inside of a easy window to understand. And like everything is basically just made vanilla plus, if you want to think about it that way. It just makes it all super useful over time with the different ability to things that are convenient, right? So like instead of just being totally normal, it just gives you a little bit of extra usability on it. Anything from like, you know, this tech trough or tech tro, whatever you want to call it. And you can see this and nearby pets in this, and it can automatically eat when they're hungry and refrigerate items, and has auto balancing capability. Basically, it's going to balance between all of your refrigerated trows or troughs, and it's going to give you that super useful ability. Now, wood pile, right? Fill it with wood or spark powder, and it will fill all standing torches in the area to keep them balanced. So there's a lot, like, I say all of this stuff. Yes, I did just basically talk all about it, and I went briefly over everything. The whole point of a mod like this is to make the experience of your Ark better. Now, can this work on official? Of course it can. They're just never going to introduce a simplicity mod like this. This is exactly what people have been asking for. Like, I wish I didn't have to do this. I wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I didn't blah, 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 all these additional things, right? But this mod compensates for all of the shenanigans, and it makes your life in Ark simpler. And that's why I like it, right? It's nothing broken. You're not adding in like a 65 million health Giganotosaurus that does insta-chop on everything, or a one-shot gun, or any of that stuff. It adds in things that are reasonable to Ark, that gives you the ability to do things that aren't just grinding and sorting and organizing and all that stuff. Now, I enjoy a lot of that stuff, but sometimes I just want to drop everything in my base and go continue playing the game of Ark. So that's my personal opinion on all of it. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. Again, if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel. If you want to see some other mods or anything like that, let me know, and I've been starting to look at all the mods and kind of break them down to look at all their features and things that are useful in them. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, I forgot to mention this thing is totally configurable in INI, so you can kind of change the stacks and change all kinds of facts about it. So hopefully this video helps you out. Teach.